see, y'all know we weird. Y'all should know that by now. But yeah, we are gonna do the podcast. Gonna get up into it because I know y'all ready. I don't even know what episode this is. 14, 15, 16.
I think this is 16. I said last episode was 16, but I think this is actually 16.
Y'all know what episode it is.
It don't really matter.
Y'all know what episode.
This is the episode we're doing today.
Y'all know what it is. Did you listen to the sound check?
No, I didn't.
We done did a sound check and she didn't even listen to it. So what if the sound quality is terrible? All right, y'all.
I just... The way my brain been working lately.
Oh, sound check. Sound check. Sound check. Shoulder check. Yeah, that sound good to y'all? It sound good to me. Y'all let us know what that quality sounded like.
It doesn't really matter because the video and the actual podcast, the podcast is on the mic, video on my phone. So if y'all hear me, that's cool, but that don't got nothing to do with the podcast. Just technically speaking.
I mean, I'm talking about if they could hear us playing through the computer, the sound check.
Okay. Sound check.
It don't matter. Whatever. We better get this podcast started, y'all. So buckle up for another episode of Wifey and the Wifey. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another tiresome day with Wifey and Wifey. I am Wavy, always Wavy, never with a V, always with a B because I never have it together. And this is Baby. Say hello.
Hi, I'm Baby. I'm Tuesday. I am one half of Wifey and Wifey. I'd like to think that I'm the first wifey, but we won't get into that because that's gonna start an argument.
She can be the first one because she's the oldest. I'm still the boss.
Hold on. We'll talk about it later.
Oh, okay.
So anyways, this is a podcast. We run our mouths occasionally. There's some inner fighting, as you can hear, but conversations usually light, fun. I think I'm hilarious. If you don't,
Get the fuck out of here.
Go on YouTube and leave a comment. Because we are on YouTube, we're on Instagram, we're places. Keep up with us.
We're places.
Yes. Meantime, in between time, we have a great topic today. It's going to be love is a two-way street. And basically what we want to talk about is when you're loving someone who does not love you. So one-sided relationships, unrequited love. We're going to break down why we think people do this. And you know I love to talk about breaking up with folks. So I'm going to tell you when to call it quits. The beginning. Spoiler.
She's trash. Y'all,
Spoiler
she's
alert.
trash. And I just want y'all to listen to the fact that she said another one of those alien words.
Have you talked to them about alien words?
Requited. Definitely unrequited. Quite. 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 Kid.
Okay, so I don't know if she's ever talked to y'all. I know we spoke about how I am an alien. Keep that on the low. That's between family. But my wife swears that some of the information I got from the home planet was mixed up, and that's why I don't say a lot of words right.
It's not a lot, y'all. It's really not. It's just like
unrequited. It's
10 to 15 words in the English vocabulary, and she says them sometimes, and I'm like, huh, interesting. They don't have all the right information on the home planet, huh?
Guess not. Gotta, get
anyway,
that information to them.
I really probably am being petty. Y'all let me know. Do y'all say unrequited or nah?
Unrequited. I've never really heard anybody say that word. I'm gonna continue to say unrequited.
Thanks. You be you, sis.
Yeah, 30 years. That's what we're doing. Anyways, I guess we'll check in. How are you doing today, babe?
I'm good. I'm tired. We went to a children's birthday party today.
Ooh, there was less than 65 children there. No less.
First one of those we've been to that we actually had kids. So we were obligated to stay for the cake and the presents. Because usually we only stay 2 hours and we leaving because I ain't got no kids.
I'm going to drop off my present, grab a plate, have a drink, and leave.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
Not looking forward to it anytime soon because, I mean, COVID's been going on. This is the first party we've been to, like, when everything's kind of calmed down, right? So there were so many people at this joint. Even if we don't get COVID, I bet you one of them kids was sick.
Oh, definitely.
Bet you one of them kids had a snotty nose and was sick.
But we went to see my cousin last week and she had strep.
3-year-old, always trying to get us sick. So yeah, like kids is out here living their best lives. Like there were so many people at this party,
touching everything. I don't know. I'll probably just quarantine. I won't see anybody old or decrepit for the next 2 weeks.
But yeah, so other than being tired from dealing with the kids, I'm chilling today. I'm feeling good. Washed my hair last night.
It looks
other
good
than
too.
my shoulder hurting. That's, and there's nothing I can do about that. I'm going to go to work tomorrow, tell them they need to open up this workman's comp again so I can go get my shoulder checked out.
Respect.
Other than that, chilling. How are you, love?
My back hurts. Unfortunately, my employer, which is my wife, my supervisors, who are the kids, they ain't going to be trying to hear that tomorrow. My back just is killing me.
I've popped her back. I popped her back twice this morning. 3 times, actually.
Yeah, I popped my back like 2 or 3 times. It doesn't hurt as bad as it did, so there's some improvement, but it's starting to be again. So, unfortunately there's no HR here at the house, so I'm just gonna keep on trekking, do what I do.
Y'all, she does have health insurance though, so I mean, if it's bothering her that bad, she can go to the doctor.
Doctor?
Alright, sis. Go off.
I've literally had a kidney infection for the last 4 days. And she thinks that I'm gonna go to the doctor for some raggedy ass back pain. I was literally to the point of in tears because my kidneys were dying after I drank water. But she think I'm gonna go. Come on now.
And she acts like I'm the problem, but I'm not. I'm not the problem, y'all.
Girl.
Because she could have went to the doctor for the kidney infection. She has medicine from the last kidney infection she had, and she was like, "I'm gonna just take that."
Indeed.
I'm dead.
I paid over $100 to see the doctor for them to write me a prescription. Just to write me a prescription. I told them what was wrong with me. Because I already know I get kidney infections all the time. This is like my 4th one in the last 9 months.
Which is crazy because she drinks hella water, y'all. Like, and she don't even drink like alcohol like that. Like,
nah, it's insane. So I'm paying you to do your job just for you to write me a prescription. That's whack. Americans, fucking healthcare, man, it sucks. I guess on that note, we'll take our break. I'm just gonna simmer because it kind of irritated me.
All right, guys. I guess we're about to take a break right now.
Yeah, that shit's wild. I think it was like $150 just from you do have a kidney infection. That's wild.
Comment your weird healthcare stories down below.
Man, I have so many. It's just always doing me dirty, dog.
Sis going off. Y'all hear her? Go off, sis. Do what you do.
Healthcare is a right, not a privilege.
I agree. She mad.
Yeah.
Y'all hear her? She real mad.
Yeah, that's all I got. All right.
Anyway, y'all, we hashing out crazy stuff. We're going to get back to the podcast. Y'all ain't got to pay attention to none of that. But, comment down below what y'all doing Memorial Day weekend. Y'all cooking, grilling? What's up?
We do crawfish boil.
We do crawfish boils.
Can't wait.
Love some crawfish. Y'all probably won't see any mukbangs on this channel, but we eat a...
Oh, what the fuck was that?
Oh, what you mean? Now, you know I
don't... bug.
You know I don't do bugs. You're going to have to be the sacrifice.
An ant?
Really? Random ant. Fine, guys. I've never seen an ant in this apartment before, so now I don't do bugs, y'all.
I felt it drop down on my leg.
I wonder where it came from. You know I'm paranoid.
All right, child. Let's do this podcast.
Back to the podcast.
Yeah, get out of here. This shit crazy.
All right, y'all. We back.
Indeed, we are.
We back. We back. We back. Yeah.
Ooh.
For you guys.
Ooh.
Back on that. And we are talking about love being a two-way street and the not loving folks who don't love you back or loving folks that don't love you back. You know, that's your business, whatever. So
yeah,
that's what
we'll see where the
about.
topic takes us.
So,
let's get a little crazy.
You first. What's up on it? Let's get with this one-sided relationships and quote-unquote unrequited love. What's up with that?
I'm trying to think if I've ever... So I've been in one-sided situations. The thing is, I've always been the dog in that situation. All the things I can think of, all the women I've lied to, cheated
My wife's
on,
trash, obviously.
and looking back at it, I can empathize, sympathize with those women. I don't think I've ever I think I've had crushes that were one-sided, but not relationships and not love for sure. Because I ain't really loved too many, but a couple people anyways. Have you ever been in any one-sided relationships or anything like that?
Yes, same situation. I've definitely crushed on people when I was younger.
Yeah, as a baby kid, you always crush on somebody who
they were also gay. We just weren't compatible. I thought they was fine. They thought I was cute, but I didn't like their attitude or personality. So it's I'm the type that I don't want to talk to you if I don't like you. I can think you fine and still not want to be with you. That's life.
Yeah, that's true.
As far as people loving me and me not loving them back, that has also happened to me. Yeah. I did not do it on purpose. I'm just a nice person, and I'm also kind of flirtatious, so I think people take that as oh my God, she wants to be with me, when oh my God, I don't. So yeah.
Yeah, so neither one of us have been.
But I've never actually been in a one-sided, full-fledged relationship because, or maybe I have. Usually, once I realize that something isn't going somewhere and I'm not having feelings, I kind of just break it off. Yeah. I'm not gonna just lead somebody on because that's also a waste of my time, not just theirs. And I ain't got time for it.
So, side note, we talk a lot about how trash I am. I haven't really gotten in depth, but since we're talking about people who've loved me and not loved me back, I'll just take y'all on a side road. It'll be interesting though. So especially in high school, early college, I really didn't have a good, repertoire with cutting things off with women or young ladies, and didn't know how to get them to stop pursuing me. So I would come up with these lavish ass fucking stories to tell them to basically just get them to leave me the hell alone. And I told one girl that I basically called her up and I was like, hey, I have great news. Have I ever told you this story?
Yes.
I have great news. I just got accepted to go to the Peace Corps, and I'm leaving this weekend to go to Australia and plant trees. Or maybe it was Africa and read to orphans or something. And this girl cried on the phone, I can't believe you're leaving me. And I was like, girl, this is my purpose. I gotta go. And she tried to like call me and stuff, and I was like, no, don't call me. It's like international. I can't take the calls.
Trash.
And then
is the Peace Corps even still a thing? Like,
it is still a thing, but at the time I was 17, so I wouldn't have been able to go to the Peace Corps. There's also a girl, I basically had one of my friends call her and say that I had ran away from home, and she like made up this story that I ran away from home without my cell phone to another state and not to call me anymore because it was going to get me in trouble or something. It was like, it was something really stupid. And then I swear I ran into this girl so many times after that, and I'm surprised she hasn't beat my ass, because I've run into her like a year after that happened, she like came up to me and I was like, and then like a couple years later, after
my wife is garbage.
Yeah, after I came clean, and I was like, it's kind of like dumb that you, and I shouldn't have called her dumb, but she wasn't that smart, so it'd be that way. But I was like, it's not really like, why did you fall for that? And she got really pissed off at me, and then I kept running into her fucking Rainbow Lounge, man. She caused a scene a couple times. So that's the advice, that this is the perspective that you're getting from someone who ain't garbage. Shit, ain't never gonna be shit.
I am not garbage, by the way. Like, I am not trash like that. Like,
I love to sit here and tell you that like, I've changed.
Mine is situational.
Yeah.
And I'll tell y'all about one of them. So I think I've mentioned her before on the podcast.
Correct.
How her not Craig. The one who Mama wanted her to
have
her boyfriend baby. So I met this girl.
She had,
I had just got home from school, right? And I had left school after I broke up with my long-term girlfriend. We will not say her name. We do not speak of her. Maybe one day I'll tell y'all on the podcast. Maybe that'll be a podcast episode. Maybe we'll just have a story time. But that's beside the point. I just left school. I came home. I got a seasonal job at Target just to get me some coins up, whatever, buy some Christmas presents. Met the girl at Target. Side note to the side note. Working at Target was the worst time I ever had in my life. The fitting rooms at Target, the most disgusting things happen at the fitting rooms at Target. And anybody that's ever done anything disgusting in the fitting rooms at Target, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Fuck you, man.
We have to clean that shit up. Fuck y'all. Okay, back to the side note. So I met this girl, we was cool and we was chilling. And we was just talking, like I'm just talking. She had a fat ass, that's my weakness. So
Always.
we're just talking, right? And the girl was going through some hard stuff with her mom. Her mom didn't like her being gay, whatever. So at the time, my best friend, boyfriend at the time, had a 1-bedroom apartment, but he wasn't staying there. He was staying with her at her granny house, right? Because her granny was going through some things and he was helping them out. So they let the girl move into this 1-bedroom. Like, it wasn't even a 1-bedroom. I'm lying. It was a studio.
Yeah.
It was a studio apartment. So they let her stay in the studio because, they had already paid for it. He had the apartment for a year. So, like, whatever, they was paying the rent when nobody living there.
Was that the one that was, like, completely infested with roaches?
Yes. So mind you, okay, let me tell y'all about this studio. This studio apartment was disgusting. It's in the middle of the hood in Dallas, like, and it wasn't like a bad neighborhood per se, and he wasn't even a disgusting guy. I just think he stayed around. He wasn't even there. The apartment wasn't dirty or anything. This apartment didn't even have a kitchen. It was like one of those little kitchenette situations, and then like studio area, and then bathroom. That's it.
Roaches.
But I'm pretty sure his neighbors were disgusting. So we literally had to like bomb this whole apartment, spray raid everywhere, like, and leave for a couple hours and come back. And then we had to clean up the roaches, y'all. We had to like sweep up the roaches. And as y'all just saw earlier, I know y'all didn't see it, podcast people, but you YouTube people, I don't do bugs. So I was a good person. I helped her sweep up the bugs, whatever. She stayed there for the night.
Oof.
So she was staying there for a few days, and this was just me trying to be helpful. I did not like this girl like that. We was talking, but like, I ain't said I love you. Like, we ain't went on no dates. Like, we literally just work at the same place, and sometimes we go get lunch. Like, so, yeah. So the girl was around for a little bit. I ain't gonna tell y'all her name. Like, she might see this one day, whatever. I ain't famous or nothing, but you never know. People be on YouTube. So we did things in the apartment, in the studio. Like I said, y'all, she had a fat ass. I'm only human, okay? Amen. I'm not no virgin. Amen. It is what it is. Now, I was having sex with the girl. I will admit that. But I was not in a relationship with this girl.
All right, Bill. I had sexual relations with her, but hold up.
All right, baby. So the girl like started catching feelings for me and like started trying to like plan out our life. Like
it is good. So
don't plan my life. Don't plan my life. I plan my life. You don't plan my life, okay? So I talked to this girl from maybe like November to like January, and like over the course of this whole time, like she was going back and forth between this studio apartment and her mama house. And like then her mama, like I told y'all before, asked her if she could be a surrogate for her baby. Her mama and her boyfriend wanted to have a baby, but her mama couldn't have no kids. So she asked her daughter to be a surrogate. Mind you, y'all, the daughter was going back and forth to the studio because her mama kept putting her out for being gay. So you want her to have your baby, but she can't even stay with you?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And in the midst of all of this, I guess since I was being such a good friend, she like fell in love. And she started talking about how we was going to like be together and we should get us in an apartment and all of this stuff.
She was just trying to get out that studio.
And I had to tell her, oh, that's not what this is. Unfortunately, we're not going to be doing that. I'm sorry. You're going to have to go back to your mama house and get out my friend's apartment. Get out my friend's apartment.
Oh, God.
Don't let me get that key back. Don't let me get that key back, sis. So, I mean, unrequited love, I guess. But that was definitely a one-sided relationship. And I wasn't the side in love. And I don't feel bad about it because, like, why that girl fall in love with me?
She was going through a tough time.
That's
and
not my problem.
She was trying to lean on you emotionally.
Whole lot of not my problem.
And I think the one good thing about nothing I did was good. So I'm going to take myself out the equation. One thing about my wife, I am also very honest and blunt and direct. Now, in the past, not so much. Like I said, that girl still think I'm working at an orphanage. And God help me if she ever find me.
She done gave 3 different stories. She was reading books to kids, working at an orphanage, planting trees. Like, which one?
Both of them.
All of them.
All of them.
Garbage.
So, at least you told them, like you told this person when you saw she was catching feelings and told her, like, hold up, back up. But I think a lot of people get caught up with like these narcissistic ass people who really feed off getting that attention but are not mentally, emotionally able to reciprocate, or they just flat out don't want to. Yeah, so it's like sometimes you will run into somebody who just flat out says like no bueno. But a lot of the times people just kind of have their kindness taken advantage of because they start catching feelings for somebody who really is only in it for themselves, only trying to get what they can get and move around.
I mean, yeah, but a lot of the other side of that, the loving person side of that is sometimes people don't hold themselves with enough value. You have value as a person. And if you don't feel that you have value, you allow people to treat you however. You know what I mean? It's almost like buying clothes. Like if something's a rag, like you're going to treat it like a rag. But when you have like your favorite shirt or your favorite pair of shoes, like you treat them better than you treat the ones that you use to clean up.
And I definitely agree with that because a lot of the things that I was doing, the games that I was playing in the past, before me and Wavy got together, y'all already know we got together super young, so these are like my early 20s, late teens. All them games that I was playing, a lot of the times I was doing it just because
somebody let you.
I could, I tested the waters with her one time, and she bit back, and I already knew. I was like, I'm not gonna be able to do none of that shit over here, and I hate to say that I didn't really respect these young ladies I was messing around with, but almost to a certain extent, I really didn't because they didn't respect themselves. And that's not to blame them. I'm still the trash one, being self-aware now at 30, but that's literally what I was doing. If you let me dog you out, I'm just gonna do it. I'm not gonna put in effort or be faithful or tell you the truth. You don't want that. You letting me lie to you and tell you crazy shit all the time. So I'm at the Peace Corps, washing elephant asses or whatever I said I was doing.
Trash.
Yeah,
She done came up with 4 things she was doing in the Peace Corps, y'all. And
it was a great time. The Peace Corps.
I don't know. We kind of have a point here of when to call it quits, when you realize that you're in a one-sided relationship. Donica would tell you to like call it quits immediately, like call it quits before it even begins. Like don't even.
I don't know why I'm so anti-relationship. No, I'm whole ass married over here.
But I would say that there are plenty of relationships that are going strong in this world where one of the people was not ready in the beginning.
Yeah.
And that's okay. You know, I think that you just need to make sure that your intentions are clear and also stick to your word when it comes to the things that you are going to allow and not allow going forward in a relationship with somebody that may not be quite ready to jump in feet first, you know?
Yeah.
Like, make sure that you've let them know, like, hey, I love you and this is the direction I want this relationship to go. But if we can't move forward in the next 6 months or 3 months or whatever you think that your standard is for when you're gonna be fed up,
yeah,
you need to stick to that time frame.
Oh, definitely. I think it's one thing somebody, especially beginning stages, I'd even say the first year or two of relationship, maybe if y'all are on different pages, I think it's okay as long as they're respectful.
And willing to move in the direction that you're wanting to go.
Exactly. You can't, wait for them for forever. Maybe you just waiting on them to catch up, because people come to terms with things on their own accord. Just emotional blockages and self-sabotaging, childhood trauma, all types of things come into play, like where people can't even say I love you within a first year or something because they afraid you might leave or anything crazy like that. So being on 2 different pages is fine if you have your boundary and they can stick to that. Because I especially see it with straight women, y'all poor things, where it's bless your heart.
I hate that I feel like we're always dogging on straight women.
I'm not dogging on them.
And it's like
men dog on them.
Yeah.
It's just most of our friends are also straight, so I think that has a lot of it to do with it too. But it's not just straight women, because I've seen lesbians, studs play these games with femmes. Oh, I love you. I want to be with you forever, but I'm not ready to get married. I'm not ready to get married in 5 years. I'm not ready to get married in 10. When I'm ready, I'll let you know, but I probably am not going to be ready ever.
Which is fine, guys. Listen,
if y'all both agree with that,
is not for everybody.
Yeah.
But you have to say that that's fine with you, right? You can't be like, well, I want to get married, and they'll change their mind. No. So you wait 10 years and they never change their mind and you feel like you wasted your time. Was that their fault or was it your fault?
They're going to change their mind once y'all finally break up, and 6 months later they're walking down the aisle with a new person
that didn't stand for their crap.
Yeah.
That actually let them know, like, hey, that's a deal breaker for me.
Yeah.
That's a deal breaker for me, and I do want to be with you, but I'm not going to be with somebody that doesn't want the same thing that I want and isn't reaching for the same goals that I'm reaching for. So that's the one thing I would definitely say. It's okay for people not to be on the same page, and in the beginning of a relationship for somebody to kind of be further along and ready for more than the other person.
Yeah.
But that's not okay long term. You should not be with somebody 3 years down the line and they still don't love you the way you feel you need to be loved.
Or, like I said, it's all about boundaries and respect. To be with somebody and you love them so much that you paying all their bills, they don't have no job, you letting them drive your car around. Does this sound familiar? It's very, such a stereotypical situation. and they don't do nothing but take your car to go cheat with some other bitch, have babies on you,
And
talk
be
bad
late to
on your
pick you up from
name,
work.
late to pick you up from work, got you sitting at the in the parking lot like this, looking crazy. Nah, girl, I'm good. He gonna be here in a minute. Like you can't do that. It's also it's just a respect thing, and I think a lot of it comes down to what you said earlier as far as like valuing yourself, because when you have, when you love yourself and you respect yourself and you're not going to put up with anybody going against you, disrespecting you, you're not going to put up with a lot of that fuckboy shit that people who are not in love with you are going to do. You're also not going to be trying to buy your love with favors and grand gestures for somebody who's not reciprocating it.
And I think a lot of people have a hard time with this, probably because of past traumas and things like that.
Yeah.
But when somebody loves you, they treat you like they love you. They do not treat you like trash.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, I don't know who needed that tidbit, but when somebody loves you, they treat you that way.
Yeah.
Don't allow your past traumas to dictate the way that you're willing to accept love. Because you're going to forever be in a cycle of negativity.
Yeah, and I think that's why people who have been abused throughout their childhood are often as adults, find themselves in situations similar where they're being emotionally, physically, mentally abused because that's normal to them.
You hear this all the time, that it's you. What you attract is you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you're going to attract, when you're attracting the same thing over and over and you're wondering, like, why does this keep happening to me? Because you are pulling in that energy towards yourself.
Yeah. I think we could do a whole episode on, like, why does this keep happening to me? You keep happening to you. We'll jump off that soapbox.
But yeah, guys, I'm not a fan of the one-sided love story. I hate that people are willing to accept that in their lives.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, even from being the fuckboy in the situation, I thought it was crazy. I thought it was very uncomfortable, very embarrassing. I ain't shit, so I don't know why anybody was trying to do all that anyways, but...
And the thing about it is that even with Donica's situation, like, when you are the person that's giving all of that love, the other person's gonna let you do it.
Yeah.
They're going to allow you to do it. They're gonna let you pay for them and treat them like a king or queen and do everything that they want you to do for them, and never do anything back for you because they can. Yeah. So,
and
don't let them.
You heard it here from me. I said it. They let me, so that's kind of the situation. But yeah. Yeah. So don't, just boundaries, man. Love yourself. Love yourself more. We'll go ahead and wrap this up though, because we've been kind of rambling for a minute.
Sorry. Yeah, I gotta be alright. Y'all guys, gals,
folks,
family,
family,
y'all will be alright.
Family, yeah. But we appreciate you guys for hanging out with us. Episode 16. That's crazy. But yeah, we'll
that's 4 months of episodes, y'all.
It is 4 months.
Is that a 4? Yeah, that's 4 months of episodes.
What? Is that a 4? Y'all go on YouTube so you can see that she held up 4 fingers. 4. And then still proceeded to ask, is that 4? You missing out if you're not at the YouTube, man. Also, hit us up on Instagram, Wifey, the letter N, Wifey. If you haven't, what are you doing? I don't know how you found this podcast without being there or somewhere first anyways, so what's going on?
DM us. Let us know if there's something you want us to specifically go about on this podcast, because we will.
I have more Peace Corps stories if y'all would like to hear them. Wavy definitely needs to deep dive Voldemort stories. We call her Voldemort because she's the one we don't speak of. Those are definitely stuff we can trudge up.
It's not, okay, just, I know the podcast is ending, I am not going to give y'all any Voldemort stories, okay? I'm going to tell the story as it happened. I'm also going to have a guest host because she needs to give y'all the tea.
Some context, yeah.
Just the background info. And then we not going to talk about it no more because I do not give that bitch none of my energy. Thanks. Respectfully. Anyway.
So, if you're wanting to hear the Voldemort story, one story, she's going to do one.
It's going to be one time.
Hit us up on Instagram, hype that up, because I don't think she actually wants to talk about it, but I think she will. Also, I'm saying also a lot, sorry. Leave those reviews on Apple Podcasts, anywhere else you can. Share the pod with anyone. Share it with your homegirl who's waiting after work a little bit too long for her car to come back.
You trash. All right, y'all. We out of here. Peace.